after that. We are live. What is going on, everybody? It's time for that Tower of Greatness Chicken Love Club podcast. Man, first of all, I know not before I even say anything, before I let anyone talk, bro, I'm proud. I'm proud.
Big facts.
I'm a proud father. He did not listen to any of that bullshit. He did not care. Oh my goodness. But yo, what do you guys think with the chapter? Like during this weekend?
Like it's crazy, man. Like we were just saying like earlier before we even live. Like it has just set the tone, honestly, for what's to transpire possibly in the next like few chapters. Like this arc already like has started off good, but now it's like because we're like getting so many like misdirections and just little things that are like kind of deviating away from what we're seeing right now with the stuff on the train. Like it's just setting up for something pretty goddamn wild, man. I'm ready for it.
That chapter was ridiculously impressive. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like from the stuff that was happening with Baam to stuff happening with Jinsung. Oh man, all of it was really, really good. Like the build up at this stage is just like exceptional. He's actually in his bag. He's doing all kinds of stuff now.
The thing is, though, I don't even know if I could even classify it as build up or not, because this is like something we wanted to see for like how many years now. Granted, it's not exactly happened yet. The Gonzo bomb ain't happened yet. But
not yet.
He has the mindset. This is what we waiting for. Period. He has the mindset.
Yeah, man, that's what it is.
Yeah, like just seeing him out there and just fucking saying to this chick, like, you have no idea what you did was wrong. Like we like usually like, come on, like, and then him just being out there, like first what he did to Yeon was fucking dope. Like pushing her to the side and shit. I'm like, yeah, get the trash out of here, man.
Yo, he dismissed her like, yeah,
like get the fuck out of here. Hey, bro, he hit that bitch with a fucking Stan Hansen lariat before coming in for the combo.
Jeez,
that's what I needed.
But, like, this is the thing. Like we've been waiting for this to happen for so long.
Yeah,
like
man.
She's done so many terrible things up to this point, and it's just like, oh shit, like this is really what flipped his switch. Like it was a friendship. It was in a couple of hours,
yo, because it was like about time for him to really see, like, bro, you have good people who rock with you. Like, forget about her. Like, you know, I know it hurts. I get it. It hurts. Like, you guys had a special thing going for a long time. She betrayed you. I understand, but it's time to let that go. I need that growth.
Dude, actually,
that's what I saw.
That's another thing too. The fact of the matter is that the experience that he has with Rachel is something that I think is just built up because she wanted to be in the tower in the first place, and she just knew. I think she knew all along that like eventually she was gonna go in there. So her time with Baam is just her kind of like passing time. So she's just playing nice. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's a fair point. I never thought about it because she already knew what she wanted to do and go.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm going in. Bye." And then he has to do all this stuff. Honestly, if she didn't do that at that moment, then he would never have been an irregular. He would have just been a regular, right?
Well, he's not going nowhere. He's going to be lying in that case. Oh my goodness! But like, I want to say this though, because I feel like Rachel had one point that I'm like, I agree with this, but you're being a hypocrite, which is why I can't give you the W for this, because you're talking about, you know, she's just climbing the tower like everyone else. She's got to compete. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, people are going to kill, betray, and do what they have to do to climb the tower. You're right, but what you're not understanding is like, if we're all in a gang, right? We know, you live and die by the streets. But at the end of the day, if you kill my friend, I don't care about all that. I want revenge. You just killed my friend. Like, all that's out the window. I understand this is the street life. This is how it works. But that's like my friend. You know what I'm saying? So like, for you to think that can't happen to you, like, what's wrong with you? Like, oh, so I'm wrong? Like, bitch, you just killed his friend. Like, no one cares about all that.
Yeah.
She tried to play victim again. I couldn't believe she tried to play victim. Oh my god.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Her personality is just that terrible. like how can you not even realize that like what you're doing is like in direct conflict with what you're saying? Like it doesn't make any sense. So like she is really deserving of like all the bad things that are coming to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like even just away from like the push and stuff. Like what if she did to fucking Daniel's legs and shit? Like you can tell me like, oh, like I'm just trying to get up to the top. But come on, bro. Like you serious? That's like going the extra mile just to fuck up somebody else like on their path.
Nah, she's retarded. She don't everything that she said. She didn't have a point. She's just trying to climb the tower. Okay, let's reverse this. How many people are part of Baam's original group betrayed or plundered or did any of the crazy shit that Rachel did? Name some.
Exactly.
Just because there's betrayal in the tower does not mean betrayal defines the tower.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple as that. So she doesn't have a point at all. She's just fucking stupid. And she tried to freaking redirect Baam's anger. and it failed. It blew up in her damn face.
And,
Ugly ass bitch.
and she tried to blame Aguero. Like he didn't
He's
start
been
this.
causing the problem. That's what I'm saying. It was you all along. He would never have gotten involved if she hadn't done something to Bam in the first place. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing. You messed with one of his friends. Of course he was gonna do something about it. Are you
And
kidding me right now?
he was willing to go up the tower with you, even though he didn't want to.
That's what I mean, right? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Couldn't not just do nothing for no reason. She really tried to say, "Oh well, he been tormenting me."
He tormented me.
I'm like, huh? You literally killed his best friend.
Yeah,
And
he like
thought so for
you're just
5
waiting.
years straight.
Yeah, you're
There's
just
no-
waiting. Yeah, you're just waiting for the moment to fucking him to strangle the shit out of her. Like you don't think like Aguero was waiting those 6 years to do that moment? Like, fuck, man. And when he gets up from that nap, bro, she's catching it. She's
Yo,
catching
she's
it.
definitely catching the hands. But I'm just saying, right now too, like when because he Bam actually says all this. He's like, you still have no idea what you've done wrong, right? So at that point too, like he's showing off. Like the man's got his power horns on, like
Yeah,
he's
bro,
got the
the
black
wings and
wings. Yo,
shit,
he's
yeah,
good to go,
fuck.
bro. Jeez, he
Flexing.
gets so
Oh my
much
God.
sauce. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and just like how he kind of like he holds himself down now. It's not even like he has the design everything going, but just how he has that like he's holding it, like his presence, just the way he just how he feels. He feels like a guy right now is like, yo, I'm about to put in work. I'm about to finally shut this bitch up after all the shit she's put us through, man. Like,
Oh, yo, and this is the thing too. It strikes me that in this sequence too, he's very like not super emotional about it. Like he's just being very logical.
he's dead
about
set
it.
on it, like
Yeah,
what he knows
that's
his mind's set on, like he doesn't have to think about it, like he already knows. And it's like again, it's like when he saw the footage of what happened to Aguero, you do not need to second guess or think about other hypotheses, whatever. You know what happened on the tape, or you go do the work.
That's exactly it. And actually, I feel like it calls back to what he did during Revolution, right? Where he makes that mark, right? And he's like, this is my power. This is me, right? Like, so he has that kind of resolve now. He's very steady. And I like that. You see that in this chapter a lot with the way that he talks and with the way, like, because compared to him, Rachel is like freaking out and like screaming and shouting from like the way the text bubbles are designed and things, right? But
Yeah.
from Bam, they're all very like, put together, very calm, very grounded. So he's serious about what he's about to do.
She even tried to like be like, oh, like it's me. Like you're not gonna be mad at me. Like, like who do you think you are? Like
What? Right?
Yeah, like that shit not gonna fly, man.
And then he pulls out the thorn too at that moment. Oh, I love that.
The funny thing was, like, I was mad scared because we were saying, I forgot, it was like a week or two ago. You were saying like, well, he just came up with the wing just a flex. And when he dropped down, it went away. So I was like, oh crap, he better not. But if that shit came back, I said, oh my lord, yes. She's finna get washed. I can't wait.
oh, yeah.
So good. So good.
And it just like everything with like the way he dismissed Euro, everything was just great because it was just like,
Yeah.
Well, actually, because he stopped Rag too, he was like, no, you stop because I don't want you getting hurt. And then she pushed her out the way.
and then
Yeah.
Rack stopped Euro from jumping in because he's like, hold on, something about to happen. He's like,
Yeah, like you don't want this fade, bro. Like,
So good, man.
yo, it was.
Yeah.
Great. I read it so many times. I wish I was up last night with you guys, but I didn't make it. I tapped out like 11:30.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro, like
same. I actually
the
watched it.
Rachel slandering, bro, was on full effect. I was so happy, man.
Yo, that's
Except for
what you
probably
want.
Nick and Fred, huh? Because they
I mean, well, I seen tweets, bro. Like even Rachel can, like, people really just jumping on Bam's side with a pick, and I'm like, hey, man, we converting.
Yeah, that's what you want. Still.
you know.
But man, even like the shit with the Stingray too was dope because it's like we thought like because again we don't know what the hell Gustang got with that thing, so like I was scared like it might have done something, but a second like we saw like the gust of the wind and shit and then the thorn popping up, and I'm like, yeah, this Stingray is catching like a nice penalty kick, bro. Like like that's really what it is, man. It's just like I don't, like the second he knows that he's not gonna try and fuck with Bam, that thing's going right back into
Yo, given that though, do you think that he's gonna get the Fitbit, assuming that the Stingray jumps in the way of like?
you know, it'd be fucking wild if he fucking kicks the shit out of it and the Fitbit jumps out.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
That
That
would
would
be
Out of his
insane.
mouth.
Yeah, like, you know how lit that is, and he just puts it on his like he doesn't hold it, he just puts it right around like his hand and shit. That would be amazing.
that would be wild.
Yo, because like even this, because when this thing came out, I was kind of shook for a second. I'm like, oh shit. But he's just like, I'm like, could he even see it? He just pushed
that's
that shit
the whole
back.
He already no sold it because that was a big ass gust to it. He didn't even move an inch.
Yeah.
I feel like he could sense it or something. Even maybe he can't literally see it, but he's like, something's up.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the dog whistle to make that noise, and then Gustang is calling it back, bro.
Oh my god! All right, but yeah, I just like I said, because I still have a feeling especially with what happened with this chapter, that the Jahad forces are going to attack the Hell Train, and it's just going to derail everything before shit could really hit the fan. I feel like they're going to get derailed by Jahad's forces, but I'll take what I can get because I'm like, yo, he's really for real about this. He's not playing around. Because when he started popping off, talking all shit, I'm like, oh no, like, really, is he gonna like, is he gonna sway him? And he's like, listen, bitch, I don't care about none of that. I was like, yes,
yeah. Because the best part, it's like he let her say all that shit, and just to kind of reconfirm to himself, like,
are you done?
Going back, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, so man, I can't, bro. Like, Bam has been waiting so long. We've been waiting so long, man. Like, the time is now, man. Top 2 or bottom 2, we're here for it.
Oh my god.
Well, but coming back to what Nai was saying earlier about like what he thinks is going to happen following the sequence of events right now, like Zahard's forces showing up and like derailing the train or whatever it is, I think that is like it has a lot to do with what's happening right now with Jinsung fighting Master Jenny.
Yes,
so I think that's why he's showing that off right now, and I think that's going to tie in nicely to like what's going to happen there. But we'll talk about that when we get there. But damn, man, like it's just all this stuff now that's happening is like lining up perfectly. Like I can't wait to see where he takes this next.
Definitely.
And he purposely omitted some things too, like Haokun and Androsi. Him in his terrible outfit right now.
Yeah, I can't lie, man. I'm excited to see Tawe and Kawada just fucking wreck Hoken. Like, you understand how dope that's gonna be, man. Like Hoken, like he looks fine, like fighting style, but the one his look is kind of mid right now. But like, I'm just waiting for it, bro. Baam is gonna fucking destroy that thing, man.
By the way, do you guys think that Yura is gonna use her teleportation abilities right now?
As long as Rack's there, no.
Okay, you know what?
I think it's like Rack is like the second you try to use the escape rope, bro. There's no way that's happening.
Not only that, but Baam is too fast. He'll counter her.
Yeah, like we forget too, like how much like he's improved coming off like the hidden floor and stuff. Because we figured like he would be MIA for this portion of what we're about to get into. But the fact that he's fine right now, even with the neck thing on him and stuff, like. Again, he's increased since then. So now this is him fighting at like a lower level. He's not really at 100%, but he's gonna still be doing something at the very least. Prevents Europe from doing something, or maybe Rachel trying to make an escape right now. Like I think I would still be confident in him at least when he's like 70%.
And he's aware of the ability too. Yeah. And like she really tried to like pull up on him, like, you're still following her. Her like, bitch, this ain't the Hell Train ticket stuff. Man, I'm grown. Get out of here. You're not even in the picture no more. Who are you? Twinkle over there to the side.
No, it's perfect right now, man.
I like the level was clean.
That's what it is. The level of his growth is just getting exceptional now. Like I love that he's making everything that's happened previously more relevant to his character, and you're just seeing that development like coalesce right now.
Yeah. Man. All right, so Jinsung, bro.
Jesus Christ, bro! Like
the hands,
bro. That was my favorite palm strike I've seen anyone do, man. Real shit.
Yo, I was deceased. Yo, I was like, yo, this y'all princess. Yo.
Yeah, I figured he was gonna come with an uppercut.
He came in with some clean spear work, dude.
Yeah, like I was
not even a spearman. Like you're cheating. You're cheating right now. You're using a lightning-based spear attacks, bro.
Yeah, he didn't have to clench his fist or nothing for this girl. Like you get an open slap just like Edahan did to you when you're a kid, bro. Like, like you're not worthy of the fist, man. But like that shit was just dope in itself. But the whole thing with Mensheni, and like I think we're gonna talk about this for sure in depth. But like I'm still curious to her now because it's like she wanted to have that talk definitely with Jinsung, but like. Do you see her really trying to help these people out, or just like a neutral thing?
That's my issue. Is like why? Yeah, what emotional or like what investment do you have in this? Like Baam doesn't really have anything to do with you personally, right? So like that's what threw me off. So I kind of feel like somebody sent her. That makes sense?
And that's what
that's my exact thought.
This is where my fear comes down to, because it's like we know that for a fact that like they have the rankers are making the move on the train and stuff. Most likely, whatever this last station that they're going to be trying to attend to, they're going to be there. But I'm also thinking the stations prior, let's say where Ran and them and R and stuff, the rankers probably will show up there and take out everybody that's because I know they were trying to get everyone on the health train. But if anything, if I'm Jahad, I'm taking out anybody who has an association recently with the train to prevent anything from possibly leaking. So that would put Ran in some kind of like problem, and depending on whatever Mensheni's connection is still with him, if he cares or not, then maybe that's something can go from there. Maybe Edahan probably told her that, or again, maybe that's just out of her own volition. But the thing that interests me even more is what she said in regards to like, you know, the other secret, which we know is the Pobodo family. Because I'm starting to think, because they're not going to, right now she's making a move for Fug. You know, the rankers are going after currently the kids, the regulars. I think it tells me now that Adori most likely is going now for the Pobodo family, if whatever that secret is. Like, she's actually going to be taking care of the Grief family itself.
That's I agree with that. I didn't think about the Rand connection.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like she actually does care somewhat for her brother, because we know
like,
it's a
in
direct
a way,
family.
like, you know,
It's like, it makes some sense, yeah.
Because she did say he has potential, so maybe that's what it is too.
Yeah, and I mean, like we talked about the blog post with like the picture and shit. We're like, God, now there's bullshit for sure. But now I'm starting to make me second guess. Like maybe she does somewhat care for the kid.
I
Okay,
mean,
but the thing is though, does Jahad even have a way to know exactly who was on the Hell Train and who wasn't? Because as far as I can tell, once you're on there, you can't. Ain't no communication anywhere else. Not only that, but Yuri killed Pedro, so it's like, how would that information get out that XYZ was on the Hell Train?
I was gonna say that really what Mastrani is doing right now, her whole, because Jinsung explicitly says that like, oh, you're not trying your best to like fight me, and I think that's clear too, because she didn't eat a lightning pill, she didn't use the yellow May, like she's actually being very reserved in how she's fighting him, right?
Yeah.
So all that is happening, and given like the fact that she's telling him that, oh, we're sending people to go to the Hell Train and blah blah blah, right? I think she's just trying to play off the fact that, because we know that Ha Jin-sung actually cares quite a bit for Baam. Like he shows up to help him every now and then, right? So I think what she's trying to do is she's trying to convince him to go there so that way they can capture him. And then if they capture, because like my expectation that Adori Zahard is like actually trying to do all three things, right? So under that premise, if they all are already there, then they just need to capture him. And let's not forget that Miss Jenny was involved during the capture of any Eurasia, right?
Yeah.
So like it's not like she definitely has the capability to stop somebody who's very powerful, right? As long as she has help from other high-powered rankers. So in my mind, like they're just trying to catch him. Once they've caught him, then maybe like there's supposed to be like torture or something to figure out, you know, other information, maybe about Fugue, maybe about Baam. But like that's what I think is happening right now.
I mean, I was gonna say too, back to Simi regarding like the regulars and stuff on the train, because like I think what Jahad's probably gonna do, because we know for a fact like Rand's staying at a place nearby where the train passes from each floor, so maybe like whatever like the train, like each floor like it passes by and stuff, those stations, they're gonna check out whoever's there and just wipe them out, like regardless if they had made any connection with the train or not. Just to like what kind of like almost like in an Inri situation with the floor of death, like anyone that came out of there, they're wiping out. Doesn't matter if you have ties to them or not. If you have some connection, you're gone. So I could see something that happens too, where all those little floors and all those little stations that they were chilling at and stuff before going on the train, they're gonna get wiped out.
Yeah, because Jahad seems like the type of person to do that. Anyways.
Yeah, and then my thing too is like I wonder what the recovery process for him is gonna be too, because we knew like he went in a great fight with Iniesta, and we don't know what the recovery process on him has been because it's been a minute now. So I don't know if he's gonna be, because again, if it's rankers that are showing up, I don't know, man. It's very different from the D ranks, E ranks that we've been seeing. Like,
yep.
He's still in that bed fucking lane, angry as shit. So
he probably is. My boy's playing on his Game Boy Advance right now, yelling at Novik or something. I don't know.
Yo, he's such a child.
Yeah, man. That's
But yeah, he's dope. But yeah, man. Like just the implication that she was here with a message was like, you know, it makes sense too, because she's like, yo, die with honor to all those people. Like she was just letting them die. So she's like, I guess she didn't want the eyes on her.
Yeah, definitely.
But she kind of faked, oh, I saved one side, but really she wasn't. But like you could still see some of her personality from the data rolled in there, because she was like still kind of enjoying the fight. Like, wow, he's strong. I actually tried on that one. She's kind of smiling, you know, like she's still an ape.
That's the whole. I feel like that's her whole like premise, right? Like she's eager to like prove herself. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how strong an opponent is. She wants to fight. That's what it is. So it's just her like goofing up.
Ape.
It doesn't matter like how overpowered you are. She's like, yo, let me just try a little something, you know?
Ape.
Yep.
What I said yesterday, she ain't covered that damn plan itself. And look, I even have to bring it up. Y'all already said it before me. I'm the bad guy for saying that. You know
that's what I'm saying, yo. I'm telling you, Adori is actually taking charge of this entire situation. Like she's in charge.
Yeah.
Michelle, you don't think with her head.
Absolutely.
She don't.
You know what's also weird? I just noticed too, because Mashani, she's obviously the one that's working with the twins and stuff, right? So like, yeah, the Lopolvia family, right? So I'm thinking like, could they have also gotten information somehow through Fug or whatever, like there's like the grapevine or whatever it is, like to let it back to her what's going on. So that's why she kind of knows, or just simply just because the military just relays every information that's going on. Right, because we know the twins are still doing active stuff, and I even forgot this detail too. That again, they're working with Maria.
Yeah,
right. So I mean, like, we could be seeing her soon or something, man. Like,
I kind of imagine Machete support her enough to know what's happening though.
Yeah.
So I feel like she would just know what to tell. But I mean, that's the good point though. Like, she can know more than just like the orders because of other two princesses.
Yeah, because it's almost like the situation we saw with Lopo Rien, the one that was like the guard and stuff for like Jahad back in the first season and stuff. So like it could be a similar situation where like he gets that kind of information, he finds out and relates back to Jahad. But the twins are kind of doing that like underground work and stuff for Mancheni. Like she already has the orders from Adori and whatever that's going on, but just for extra measures, that's what they're two for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then like, bro. She used her attack on him, and he just casually dusting himself off. Was like, all right, like, what do you really want? I'm like,
yeah, bro.
This guy is
look
so
like a
raw.
H&D's, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man. Second that term came up, I'm like, yo, this guy is the truth.
Yo, and he got it, man. That physical boost, the Shinsu piercer.
Yeah, bro.
Just palm to the chin.
If he didn't stop, if he just actually shoulder thrusted her from using that physical boost, he would have freaking impaled the crap out of her. Actually, matter of fact, her whole body probably would have disintegrated. I ain't hearing that.
Yeah.
What I love about that too is because just earlier she explicitly says that you people from the Ha family are always so slow, and he's just showing off his speed, just dodging around her doing quick things. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, Yuri's pretty slow, but she's raw.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, she's the only princess to use too.
She's an ape too, though.
Wow,
she's an ape.
I gotta say this though, man. I really like the attack names though that my boy was using in this chapter. Look how man said physical boost.
Yeah,
like this man just equipped like some fucking like shoes on, raised up his attack or something. I'm like, yo, what is this, man?
This guy ripped his pants, bro.
Yeah, like, bro, that's crazy. My man had a ripped piece of his like shirts. Fucking his boot came off. Like, I don't know, man. That's madness.
But okay, having relayed this information to Jinsung, what do you think he does with it? He pulls up. He tells somebody what is he? That's the thing. Though, what does he do with the information?
I want to say he pulls up, but I could see him relaying it back to the other members of FUG, and maybe we have to see some of the other members possibly roll up at the train. Or again, the crazy thing is, let's say we see Grace sooner than later, and Grace makes the move because he can. Because like again, with all like the people from the military being in his area, unless he plans on taking them all out. And Mancheni, it's not like she can go back and say, "Oh yeah, everyone got dusted," because Adori would suspect something right away.
Yeah, no, he's gonna pull because that's gonna take too long.
Yeah.
But don't forget, they've already been on the train for a week and 2 days after they came off of the Sword Art. So yeah, they that will take way too long. It'll be quicker for him to actually go there himself.
Mm-hmm.
I love it
because that's literally a race against time. The train is still moving while they've been fighting. So now he has to pick up the shit and go run over there.
Yeah.
God knows what floor. Well, actually, I think they showed it, but I don't remember what floor his house was on, or that specific house was on.
I think the 91st floor, I believe.
Yeah, and the train is stopping at the 43rd.
Yeah, so that's a long way still. Yeah.
So, dude, I wish Riz was here so he can talk his shit.
I know.
I told her she got a plan. I'm like, I want to know what the plan is because I just see ape.
Yeah.
Ape and heat.
Oh my god, this guy's like, I told you. I'm like, all right, bro, you got it. But it looked like to me like she got sent here and she's like, I might as well throw some hands while I'm doing it.
And the funny thing is though, it's like I'm 100% willing to argue that she didn't have to bring all those people. She just killed all those people because she wanted to.
I think she might make it look like she was legitimately gonna go take them out. Maybe.
Listen to this. Listen to this logic. Anybody who knows Jinsung knows that bringing those people are not gonna do anything. Mm-hmm. So if she went by herself, no one was gonna stop her. Mm-hmm. And not only that, but Jinsung's house. If his house is there, then there's no surveillance there. So she could have pulled up there by herself. She didn't have to bring a whole legion of people just to die.
That's fair.
Fair point.
Yuri literally walked up to Jahad's palace, went to Repelista, asked her where Baam was at, left the palace, went to Baam. Nobody followed her. Nobody said anything. So, but Machete has to come with thousands of people just to kill him. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that. Ape. The funny thing is though, if out of some strange twist, if she joins or even becomes a slight affiliate of Fuck, I'm standing her.
You switching up?
That's true. I mean, it's big facts, man.
I'm already a fan. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, and again, even if we see a Jahad Princess roll up with like Fug or again Wohawk song, I'm still waiting for that, man. You're just to say, oh, by the way, here's this princess.
I mean, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, given the relations between the families. Like one or two of them, low key, like, shuffling their money over to few. Like yo, murder them.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm still holding out right now. The one that's missing, like the very, very first princess, I still think she's probably rolling up Wohawk's song, man.
Oh, true.
Oof. Because it would make to me, it's like because her gram already, she's holding it down right now on the floor at death and stuff. And I think for her, it's like you have to think about it, man. If you're the first princess and you're currently missing for whatever reason, you can't be up chilling and fucking the suburbans or whatever doing nothing.
Yeah,
you got to be fucking hiding in the ghetto, bro. Like
that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Oh my lord. And he still hasn't. So we still haven't seen anything with Karaka. I every week I'm just like, am I gonna get it? No, I'm not gonna get it. Am I gonna get it? No, I didn't get it. Like I just don't know what's happening. I'm so concerned. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah,
like he's just not showing us for a reason. I can't wait for that reveal. Whatever happened, whatever they spoke about. But okay, so as if this chapter didn't have enough heat, we get to the ending. And who do we see?
Vincent Sensei.
Fish, my guy. Let's go.
Yo, dude. I'm like, yo, see, now we're starting to see all the data people. So now I'm really convinced. Like everyone we saw on the data floor in the younger version, we're gonna see them soon, one by one. Like now,
like I was like when it showed the overhead panel of him sitting down, I was hyped. Then when he said, I should say, this looks like the ending line to me. For me, I almost started crying. I was like, dang, you really giving up right here? That's it? You have you out of all the people to go and die, not you. You have so much info in that damn head of yours.
Right?
And you willing to go? I'm like, nah, not you, bro. Not you. Like after everything we found out about you, and there's still a whole world of crap we don't know about you. And you willing to go? I said, dang. Why is he doing this to me like that?
Yeah, because I looked at him like, okay, well, Hansung, right? He's a high ranker. And with this dude that's popping up, Red Bubalia, whatever you want to pronounce his name. When I try to pronounce the name, I'm like, listen, man, if the submerged fish wanted to, this guy's getting waxed. I don't care. But the fact that he's rolling around with a fleet, possibly with, I would say he's not alone. He's got to be rolling around with like rankers and shit. Then obviously it makes sense. You're not going to have like a fucking beam that's going to come out of nowhere and just take him out. That's not, Hansung is not going out like that. But what concerns me now, and like it's been long awaited, but I feel like if Hansung, if he's in this danger right now, a certain someone has to show up that we didn't get to see at all in the first season because of fucking vacation time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing I can think of that's saving his ass, honestly.
Well, I mean, people have been saying it in the comments too. Like everybody thinks that Evan will show up.
Yeah,
rescue a man.
But my only concern with that now, when I look at the perspective, is like when it comes down to the relationship, we know that Letero, right, has the only one that's actually has been said to have a connection with Evankel, like through Hansung. For the other two, I can only see it being like a working relationship. So I don't know what kind of like personal feelings they have one another, if they care one another, whatever. So if it's that case, then he's good. But if not, and it's like whatever, he shows up after, then well, you're fucked. But I'm curious though, because I know the administrator is not going to do anything. That fucking eel, he's chilling, bro. Like, unless you fucking around with him in his sleep time or some shit. I don't know, man.
I told you the administrators don't care about anything that the regulars do. They're not going to. I don't care what the regulars do. The administrator's not getting involved. Period.
Yeah.
That big ass eel thing that just you only see one eye of him. He don't give a fuck. He don't care.
Yeah. I mean, that's a pet right there. But hey, man.
But listen, because Evankel is one of two rulers that are not of Jahad's empire. Not only that, Hansung Yu is the direct position under ruler.
Yeah.
And that means Evankel has the right and has the authority to hire all the other test administrators below him. He specifically hired Hansung Yu. So if he was to pull up, now is the time, because he's not hiring just nobody. He did not kill the original ruler on the second floor for nothing. So if it's time to pull up, he's going to pull up. That's his homie.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm curious on too, because I know, like I was saying before, the whole thing connection with Laurel and stuff. That's what makes me now concerned to see like what that relationship is going to be. Like, is it because like you're like my servant or whatever, or if it's just going to be like, nah, you touch up on my boy, guess what? I'm waxing you right now here and then. Like, because Bobalia, I don't care, bro. I can't pronounce that fucking name.
You should have seen me on stream. I'm like Red Brubia.
I'm like, what the? Like, I'm not gonna lie. The design
cool,
was pretty
though.
fire. Yeah, the design was cool. I'm like, what the fuck is this name, bro? Like, that's how you know you're dying, bro. Anyone with a fucked up name, top 3, you're in the bottom.
You're gonna get killed right away. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You was like, bam, dead.
If I can't pronounce your name, even if it's in fucking English, bro, you're dead.
Yeah, he's so woo.
That's the whole purpose.
Yeah.
1 second you're just standing there giving him bear shit. The next second you're just staying on the ground.
Listen, bro. If I meet someone else that said the name properly, bro, you're a good man. Like,
yo, who could say that?
Yeah, like, you could be a Rachel Stan. Listen, you know how to say that name, bro.
I want to skip it to like Red. I'm like, no, we try.
I'm just curious to see who's gonna stand for Red Rubia. You know,
that's you know to pronounce it.
Nah, he ain't like my boy Andros. He's the goal.
Wow.
What's his name? Arthur? What's his name again?
A palette swap Andros.
Oh wow,
bro.
Oh my.
I said palette swap, yo.
That guy's design is the greatest.
The flying head,
just a disembodied head.
Like hands, like out of all the apparatus have, it's 2 hands. Like, what you want to do?
Arlen Liu, I think his name was something like that.
Arlen
Liu. I love him. He's so funny. I hope he's just raw. Like, what if he just had to? Like, what if he just sick? Like, you see a fight and he's just raw. he just fighting with these disembodied hands. Wow.
If you take a headbutt from him, you done.
Yeah, you're dying on the spot. I don't care, bro. High ranker, god of the verse, you're dead, man. Like,
you're done.
Okay,
you're getting hit through 3 floors. You're done.
God. I'm here for it.
It's gonna get sauced. Jeez.
But I don't think Hansung Yu's done. I don't think he's going out here.
Nah, because it's like he just look way too chill, honestly. Like, he's there sipping his fucking coffee and stuff. Like, he's good, man, honestly. But I'm just curious in the steps that's gonna go to the next time, because like,
but actually, no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, even then, like with the whole situation, because it's like, okay, let's say that like something stops him right here. Like, I have to think there's gotta be more than just rankers showing up, especially like considering that like they probably know that Hansung must be at least with Fug. Not even just the fact that he kept Baam and stuff, undercover, his floor and everything, because the whole thing with them is they're trying to stop the regulars from running up amok in the tower. And considering how fucking big Baam is to the plot, because he's the one of the things that Jahad thought he killed and to get rid of. But now it's like you got to think there's gonna be more people for a crime like that. You got more people rolling up, so I think we're gonna probably see more scary people, man. Honestly, just like instead of normal rankers.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I can't wait just to see like a lot of his forces and like just the different people positions, and I want more weird looking people like.
Like, I'm not trying to do this, yo.
I want more names I can't pronounce either.
Yeah,
that's what you want. Wow.
But it's weird because like I like the fact that we're getting to see more of his forces and stuff in that sense. Like, even if it's a fucking messenger boy, like those fucking like when you have the king, like he has a random fucker with like the paper and shit, just like telling his creeds and stuff. But like at least we're getting to see now more of the troops, so it gives a show like how insane like his like family is. Where it's like my main people don't really have to show up; these are just my goonies that are out here just doing work and stuff. So.
And actually, like all of them have very different designs. Like, there are no 2 characters that are looking that close or that similar to one another. So he's really like expanding on the kind of people that are populating this world, right?
Yeah. I agree. Man, there's so many unique designs in this. I mean, Mule Love got the cleanest design. We keep real.
Kind of raw.
I mean, he eating that chicken, so
it's very true. Yeah.
And what's a Paracule? Revolution.
Of all the people you could have picked, that's
okay. Who won that fight though? All
I
right.
mean, yeah.
Hey, Haka Williams out, yo.
That's not better though. That's not
Yo,
better.
yo, I thought that was a girl for so long too.
Same.
Like the dude. I thought it was a butch dyke.
And there goes all our viewers.
Dude, yeah, everyone's leaving.
Yo, listen.
Yeah, that's right. I held back.
The question. I have a question. If Bam could have a second position, what would he be? What is he right now? Wave controller, second position.
Fisherman.
Fishman. I was gonna say that. Fishman.
Yeah, Fishman.
He don't
Mhm.
he don't throw shit. He don't throw spears.
Yeah.
He's not that smart.
Alright.
But he can't be a light bearer.
And that too. We've seen him use a thorn one time.
But as like an actual throw, like a projectile.
No. Like he's used the actual when he was using the Black March.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, Fishman.
So yeah,
Fishman.
Fishman.
Alright. Yeah, that's what
Yeah, because he can't. I mean, well, not like he can't, but light bearer, he not that smart. Kind of dumb. He don't throw nothing.
Yep.
Scout. He's way too noticeable to be a scout.
Well, I mean, actually, there's nothing to now. Like in Miss Cheney's case, like she's a fisherman by trade, but she's also a spear. She's better than most spearmen, and she.
But that's her. But that's
Yeah.
because that's her family's abilities.
No, it's definitely because like of her affinity with that. So like that's there for sure. But I mean like there's nothing to say that maybe Bam couldn't do something similar. You know, like he creates like the Shinsu orbs and stuff. Imagine turning that into like I don't know a spear based thing instead.
I mean, I can see him doing it. I think one of the things was like you still have I feel like in order you have an order of like proficiency or like aptitude for each thing.
Yeah.
And I just feel like something like the lighthouse would be like on the lower end. Not that he couldn't do it, but it wouldn't be like right under wave controller. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. Yeah.
But yeah. So we don't think he's gonna die, and Han Sung-yu. So what's he gonna do?
Actually, I was gonna say though, in the situation with Han Sung-yu, like there's also that chance that maybe like because it strikes me that he's somebody who really believes in like the whole prophecies and stuff that Enryu is espousing, right?
Mhm.
So if somebody were to say that like, oh, we need you to pass here, so that way like a guide or some like can better project like what Bam needs to do next, I think he would just give himself up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like willingly, but maybe but maybe he's not going to go like die or
Yes.
Well, if that's the case, man, you better hook up a USB to him, bro, because I need that info.
Yo, 100%. I'm tired of this
copy and
because they
paste
do this
that
all the
value.
time. Like they
Copy and paste.
they always tell us that like, oh, there's this person and he has all this information, and then the second that they're about to go around espousing that information, something will happen, right? And everything will just get derailed, and we'll forget about it for a bit. But it'll still be in the back of your mind. So you're just like, what about when are they gonna explain this? When is Rachel finally gonna give Kun that information that she offered him like way back when about all the stuff that's happening and shit? Like it's stuff like that. You know what I mean?
He tortured me.
Like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this.
Yeah, it makes me curious too because like we know like a little bit like with time have passed and stuff. We haven't seen really too even with like Wagner and like with Karaka, and I'm wondering like. Are we gonna get back to that soon? Because the fact that we're moving on to this stuff now with Han Sung, I don't know if we could be going back just yet. You know, because like I feel like we're gonna be shifting around so many different places in the tower since like ever since what went down during the hidden floor.
They're looking at family pictures.
Probably. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. Next place we're gonna go to is a brothel somewhere in like the higher hundreds, and you see Edohan in there being a goon.
Oh my goodness! I swear to God, if he starts pulling some Heartless City shit, like I will actually just snap. This is not like it's not what I want, man.
He got titties in both hands.
Oh my goodness!
He's an ape.
He's scouting, bro. I applaud him.
It's all part of his plan.
Yeah.
I want to see Asensio next because he was on the data floor. He's next. But I can't think.
I'm trying to see my boy Cool
Asensio.
from the Gay Bowl.
But the one character I don't give a shit about from the hidden floor, Icardi. I'm sorry, bro. If you can't speak English, I'm not here for it.
Icardi of all people under the.
But I'm just saying, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, when I saw him, I'm like, okay, this guy's gonna look fucking badass. He's probably gonna be a monster. And this dude couldn't speak 2 words English and got destroyed by fucking Jahad's data. No thanks.
Oh man.
Yeah. But I'm curious to see like if Asensio, because it's like we knew him to be kind of like a goof and stuff, with the way his personality is kind of portrayed. But Now seeing on the outside, he's probably gonna have more of like a serious tone to him. But I do see him like at least retaining some of those like funny bits where like let's say his father pulled up or let's say Mancheni says something, he's gonna go back to him being like a bitch, basically.
Yeah, I could see that still being a relationship, and I feel like he might not be too far behind if she's there. Maybe they travel together often or something.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't wait, bro. This man's probably gonna be dripping in sauce, bro, with the bubble gum and shit. Like,
bubblegum is raw, Alan.
it is.
Wow, no, it's that's some foolishness, yo. Just chew gum properly. What are you doing?
Accept the bubblegum into your life.
Lord, God Almighty.
But yo, the blog post today was hilarious.
Yeah, man.
What was he on? He's like, yo, Yuhan Sung is too difficult to draw, therefore he should be punished by death. He had long hair, whether it's hot, therefore he should be punished by death. I'm like, huh? Chill on my mans. What's going on? What is this?
I don't know, man.
And he talked about Baam being able to show anger better than expected. And he said, personally, I think Baam as a character went through a lot of changes compared to the past. And depending on how you look at it, he might be one of the characters who goes through the most development, I think. And I think easily he's had the best and most, in-depth character development so far in the series, I would say. You guys agree or no?
I can see that, yeah.
Everybody else? Baam?
I don't know.
Who would you say has comparable character development then, if not Baam? I'm asking chat too.
Actually,
You guys think?
You know what? Yeah, I can give it to him. Like, cause it's hard to not give it to him in this situation, right? But I think like given that he's been there from the start, it can't be helped, right? He's like the main character. But if I had to put somebody up there, like me, like maybe I could give it to Wang Nan as well. Like because that's what I'm saying. He's very he's come a long way from where he was before. Before he could really do nothing and he was trapped on the floor that he was on, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then he met people who are like working hard again. Like he starts like figuring that stuff out with the Pokeballs, right? And then he starts, going through some stuff. So now like when you see him, he's much more serious than he was before, right?
Yeah. I like even randomly too, I don't know if I could throw Rack in this situation because going back and seeing his personality and stuff where he was just more of a goon, where like he wanted to do things on his own terms and stuff. He really didn't care about other people, but then just to go and switch from like this brute that wanted to go up the tower for search of like, great desires and stuff to literally he has like a family now. And he was willing to go like to where the point like he could die if Baam didn't do anything in that spot. He's willing to go in there and die because of him and like Aguero. And like I don't know if you were to ask that same Rack back in chapter like 6 or 7 when we first saw him, like if you would ask like would you die for these people, he'd probably be like no. But to see like how far like, he was going to go for these guys now, it's just like he's developed. He's going from being just a guy for his own desires to now he's with the family. Like he is like a family man.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing Aguero. I think it's a good answer.
It is, yeah. Because it's like with him, it's like his desire was again trying to go for his father's head. Now he's got friends, and then like even then the Maria stuff too was what I think really helps it because like he was always trying to wonder like that piece of him he was missing.
Okay, yeah,
the family thing with Baam and stuff, and then it ties even better to the beginning of season 2 when we found out about him like knowing that Rachel lied and stuff. Like then you start to resonate more with him. It's like you want to see this guy like get revenge on this girl, like
and what about Ella? Ella.
Yeah.
Ella?
I don't know. Fire girl.
Oh, she kind of hot, yeah.
Did she?
I don't know about all that, man. Like, cause she really, like she's been so out of it for so long that to be honest, if you don't recall like all the things about her, that you won't care for what.
Like the thing is though, like she could have so much fire development. It's just that, as Alan just said,
fire.
Out of the loop. Pun intended. She's been out of the loop for so long, she literally don't got no time to do so. Because again, I think one of the strongest points in all of the Manhwa period was when Angel told her that, people from your family specifically be going to the middle floor and raping women just for sport and force them to have bastard children.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of the biggest things to not only just for you to know, but if I remember correctly, there's a law where you cannot just on your own or unofficially have children on the middle floor.
Yeah.
Or middle area, I should say. They'll get taken away. So, hello, that is a very big fight to have within yourself. And again, if you come from a great family, you're born conditioned to stand your family, to represent your family, be proud of your family. So here's some shit like that. That's something we could have got, but
She has
instead,
potential, maybe later.
yeah, but instead she's not here, so we can't see it. But I agree that
Yeah.
Bam has the biggest development because he as Alan said earlier, he's got the most time and he's made the most changes. Because again, he went from somebody who literally could not fight, somebody who literally just wanted to see one bitch, to now all of this. He changed so many different times. Everybody has changed, but not as much as Bam has.
Yeah, it just comes down to, again, like you were saying before, Simi, like the whole screen time thing. Because again, like, guys like, Bam, Aguero, Rack, and stuff, have had that time because they're the central focus. Where it's like you can even say the same thing with Wagner, even though he is like a main protagonist in the second season. But those guys like him and Yua and stuff, they're only going to get a certain amount of focus. Like even right now, you look at Wagner, he's feeling like a supporting member more than a main member right now. So like again, and especially even like guys like Rack and Ran and stuff or whatever, like. These guys are on the sidelines right now because they went through some stuff. But her coverage in particular, it's like she had a little bit here, then it's like jump back to the main characters after. And that's kind of like your struggles with handling such a core group where it's like you have your central focus, but you don't want to sway away from them too much.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just because like everyone paused for a second, like everyone's pausing, so I'm like, okay, like.
Well, I mean, because like it's hard to explain that whole facet of it, right? Given that like there's no choice. You have to focus on Bam because Bam is the central character.
But I feel like not always in every narrative the main character gets the most development, though.
No, you're right. Not necessarily the case. But the thing is, in this particular situation, it's difficult to focus so much more on other people, right? Because even when it came down to it, right, when we started with Wang Nan again, like, could you be a fan of him right away? It was a little bit difficult, right? Because like of what had happened before.
I did not care about him one bit.
That's what I mean.
I liked him. He was cool, but it's just like I get where it's like he still like has to kind of show himself and everything from like what's been described.
Yo, there's one character I dissed and ended up liking was Shipley Sue. I'm like, you trash.
What? You disrespected Ship?
No, when him and the girl tried to walk through the Shinsu wall and they were bleeding, like this guy is whack. He's definitely not important.
He's a good man.
But in the examination of the doors, when he like figured it out, I'm like, wait a minute, he's smart as hell. Wait, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, hold on.
Put respect on his name, man.
I know, but I'm just saying at the first
yeah,
this guy is wiggity whack.
Hey man, he holding it down, bro. This man played Detective Conan during the Hatsu versus the twin fight, bro. He knew his shit, bro. I was happy for him.
Yo. Yeah. Bam took me a while to like too. I didn't like him at first. He grew on me.
You know what it was? Because I saw the design, I'm like, ugh. Like I'm not feeling it. But like Aguero and all of them came in, I'm like, all right, it's pretty fire. And then everyone else, I'm like, okay. But then as soon as Bam got like the headband shit, that's when he started looking fire.
Yeah, that all black Evangel clone with the head.
Yeah,
that's one of the most fire fits in the entire damn series. Okay.
Yeah, it is, honestly.
Yeah. Yo, Sage Marok says facts. I need young sleep. Bring back Lori. Okay, that's the boy.
Yeah.
He's a sick character, but he's somebody we should get more screen time with,
Yeah, especially since he's a branch member of like a grade 10 family, so it's like we need to know more information on his side from the Eurasian stuff, right? So
I mean, I won't lie. I wouldn't mind like doing a side arc or something for a little while where we just focus on Ran or like Androsi, sorry, what's her name? Anak for a while, like I want to see like what the other people are doing because those guys are like they had their moment during the first season, right? And they like yes, I did. And during the second season, like when they show up, they're really great again, right? So it's just that like they've been away from the series for so long. It's like what have they been doing? Like what's been going on? Because they also have pretty capable people on their side of the pond, right? And given that like they're going up the hell train, like there's other things.
So we cannot pull this no more. Like season 3 gotta be all about the season 1 characters again. I don't care.
Yeah. That's
He's gonna add like 1 billion people.
Because he purposely made teams against our ridiculously bonds. And then purposely kept away season 1 team. And they're still away.
I'm just saying everybody's been catching it with Tang Suyo. So.
Yeah. Okay. So the next line is that in contrast to him, so we're talking about this, so piggybacking on what we were saying, previously I felt like he was a defendant of Rachel, but that's not the case anymore. And he's finding a reason to fight and to climb the tower. In contrast to him, as how you said, Rachel is a stagnant character. So she hasn't grown at all since the beginning. Yeah. You agree with that?
100%.
100%. 1,000%.
Well, 200%.
Because you see what she's doing right now. How is that any different from what she was doing before? If anything, like the only time she's had major character development is when she went from being nice to Baam at the very, very first episode to where she is now. Like, and that didn't even take that long. If we're being real,
I don't know. I never trusted her, to be honest.
she's been evil since day one.
Yeah, you don't trust nobody. That don't mean nothing.
I mean, the second you run away from this
That's
kid,
our default setting. But
That's not true.
Because like she ran away, man. I'm like, bro, she trash.
Just sometimes I just have a sense. I don't know what it is. Like
you know what?
I remember Naruto. Like I just never thought Itachi was like a bad guy. Like I still think he's a moron for what he did. I still don't rate it. Like he's stupid. I think he's trash. But like every time I talk to Itachi, I'm like, you're not against us. You're on our side. I just felt it. I don't know. I can't explain it. It happens sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because like you go back to like when Endorsi was with Rachel. I forgot what the big dude's name is, but like the second I saw all three of them pulling up, I'm like, all right, this girl is not good. Like even Endorsi, I felt that same way too because I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, what are they doing? Like slaughtering all these people just to get this chick to go up and stuff, right? But after a while, bong bong, she goes in.
Nah. Look, season one, they tried that. Nah, they tried that Gaara shit in the shooting exam. They was pushing Endorsi to be some freaking antagonist, to be some big ass heel. She ain't no damn heel. Sit the fuck down. She fucking face. But yeah, when you saw Rachel with freaking Ghost, it was like, come on now. Ain't no little pretty little thing with that big ass thing behind you. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's starting from after the crown game, just the way that she was acting versus Bam's memories of the cave was already completely different. And the season won't come, and here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
Okay, I gotta read this line because this shit made me laugh. It's so I don't know if you laugh. So he's talking about Rachel, blah blah, her problems, etc. He's talking about in my case, in a situation where competition was fierce, I'm the one who would like intentionally not try my best to comfort myself into thinking I was just hiding my power. That's right. I'm actually hiding 50% of my max. Yeah, I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong with him this week? And then basically at the end, it's like, for Hansung, well, goodbye, Hansung. You were a difficult character to draw. I promise you won't go far. Like, why? What's wrong? Yo, leave him alone. Let that man drink the coffee. Shout out to Godot from Phoenix, right? Like, let that man drink his coffee.
I mean, we've been telling him that he needs to take a break. So this is him. This is him maybe compromising on that,
I mean, we gotta think though, like, because with this now going down, I feel like there's gotta be way more to come. Like, by the end of the year, are we still in season 2?
Good lord!
I just asked how long the chat how long they think season 2 is going to be. I don't know.
Because I'm looking from the perspective of you can get, because we always forget to how much you can get done in a chapter, right? It's not like you need for a month to resolve one issue. You can get that shit done in a chapter, but it's like how much I could see. Like I want to say by the new year we're probably gonna be on break before kind of starting up season 3 is what I'm gonna guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would imagine that once we get off the train, and we resolve whatever happens once they've come off, then that's going to be the end of season 2, I think.
That feels about right. Like once we're done with the Hell Train, that's the end of the second season. Because the second season was all about getting on the Hell Train, then being on it, and then I guess now getting off and being not dying from the Jahad force. Yeah, bro.
I'm just saying, man, Hansung, he might just turn around, stop this fight with Masheni, head over there, do something. I don't know.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Grace about to pull up, bro.
If he pulls up, that
don't play I will be the loudest weeb on the timeline. Do not play with me.
Yo, you know what's something I put on Twitter last night, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta put it. So they're saying everyone's gonna pull up at the last station, right? And say for example, Adori's there, right? The last thing we see before everyone's escaping is Yurik versus Adori to let them off.
Oh my god!
So they squaring up, and so that gives them a chance to escape.
That shit, bro. That shit will be too hype. Because even people were saying in chat earlier, like a Stang versus Adori. I might just lose my mind.
Yeah,
throw my laptop out the window.
Because you know what it is, bro. It's like we're seeing 2 members of the top 100 currently fighting. Mm-hmm. If we were to see 2 members of the top 10 at the end of the season go at it, even if it's just a small clash, I don't care, bro. That I'm ready for it. I need it.
Mm.
Oh my lord! Like it just give me a piece of a clash. Just now you don't even have to give me the clash. Just give me a stare down, and I will be going screaming for the next year. Don't play.
Yo, give me a Shanks Whitebeard Split the Heavens clash, and I'll take it.
That's it. Like that. Like,
I'll take it.
Like,
Bro, if I see,
if the doors are opening to the hell train, slowly open, and we see the blonde hair.
oh my god, yo.
And then right before the doors fully open, it just goes black, and then it pans out a little bit. You see that Warhead song sweater. Oh my! Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Bro, this would be a troll one, but like, yo, if Hwa Ryun pulls up with a fucking tree, since we know he loves the forest and shit, let's get it, yo. Fucking riding down the log, bro, like on some Sonic Rider shit.
Hey,
The Zelda gimmick. Great, come through with the great Deku tree. Don't play with
Oh, you'd be like, what's his name from Dragon Ball? General Tao? When he fucking took the pillar and threw it in the sky.
yeah, and wrote it.
That's how he's gonna pull up, yo.
I mean, he blocked the bullet with his shoe. He raw, but
Yeah.
yo, this chapter was great, man. Yeah, I want to say something because Baam has the ethereal horns. It's not fully formed on his head. Does he? You think he has to like pierce himself with the thorn fully for that to like take shape, or do you think it just takes time?
I figured like it's almost like, you know, any transformation, like when you go into like another stage of yourself, I figured like it's like right now it's like a slow process and building to him like having a similar situation like how he was in the fight with Jahad maybe. Because but again I feel like too, because this again is his new power and stuff, right? So I don't think he's really manifested it to its full capabilities yet. Like him having the wings, even just kind of looking at it, I don't even think that's the complete version of the wings. Like once he's kind of mastered like his own form, I think it's gonna be like a crazy like the whole, like the second I think the horn's gonna have like, you know, like almost like the double horns where they're slicked back and shit. That's when I think it'll honestly be like the perfect form for him.
Oh, like fully formed horns is what you mean?
Yeah. So like, because right now like they still look like they're kind of like, you know,
immature,
like sticking out and stuff really, and it's in a way where it's like it still could be like growing. So like
it could be like refined and like fixed up a bit more and stuff.
Yeah,
because like the blue one is definitely a little bit shorter too than the
that's the thing. Yeah,
that going on.
Okay. All right.
But like, isn't he because he has two pieces of the thorn now, right?
Yeah, he has the one that he got prior from like the workshop. Then he has the one with the one that from Gastang.
Yeah. So doesn't it look now that because when he starts powering up again, he's like, let's end this now. Like it looks to be that maybe he's just activated like one of the thorns instead of both.
You think? I think I'm looking at the power right now. It looks like maybe it got a little bit longer. I'm trying to see.
The red one looks way longer than the blue one.
The red one is significantly longer than the other one, or noticeably longer. I'd say.
But I think that was the case from before as well.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Chapters was like that.
Yeah. When like I remember when he fought for Jahad the first time, where he's like, "This is my power." Yeah, it was the same thing.
But I think that's because he had that moment with the red Thrysa, right? Where it's like, oh, like I ate a little bit more, so I'm a little bit stronger or whatever it was.
Listen, chill, my boy. You're right. You're gonna get Graham's cheeks, okay? It's gonna happen. I believe.
I believe it too, bro. But when I saw the phone and it's like all the messages from those chicks, bro, like saying, "Nah, I'm good." Like I felt so bad for you.
I know. I'm like, bro.
Let Slim Shady get it, man.
You're the strongest man, active member in the tower. You can't get no yams. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, bro. You try to let the bloodline flow, bro. Let him be. Like, you know what that means though. Like, the more she pushes, the more she pushes away from him, though, man, you already know a kid's popping out of her.
Wow.
I'm just being honest, bro. Yurik is gonna do something that's gonna like make it happen, man.
Whoa! Hold on. That don't sound too good. He gonna do something to make it happen. Hold on. That sounds like uncharted territories you're entering there.
No. I'm saying in terms.
Stop this. You know that's not what he meant.
I'm saying in terms of, let's say he ends up doing something against Jahad or like with the people like associated, like that's going against Graham basically.
Save the country, so he has to get it.
Basically, yeah. It's like now you gotta let me hit it, man. Like
nah. I didn't go until he did. I put my money on that.
Hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Do you think Baam could devour the sting? Wow, the treasure eating stingray.
It's sting.
He's kicking it.
Think he could devour it? Someone asked me that earlier. I forgot to answer.
I mean, because he was able to eat the what's it called?
I know.
Hard sword.
I don't
Damn
know
it.
what it's called.
Lescalius or something like that. It was named after an oarfish. I'm sorry, I can't remember what it's called.
Leviathan, I think one of the forms, wasn't it? Someone in the chat,
something like that.
Someone in the chat remind us. I can't remember what it was called. I don't know. multiple forms too.
But yeah, he since he ate that, I think he should be able to do it with this as well because it's another living entity, right? That has Shinsu, so it should be all right.
He ate a demon. He ate himself. He ate a weapon. There's no reason why he can't eat another organism.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I just can't tell if you can see it yet. But I mean, you know, eat that shit.
Yeah, I really. Oh my god!
Madness.
I don't remember if Dorsey saw it. I don't think she did. So
She
I
could
don't
sense
think.
something was wrong, but she couldn't tell.
Yeah, but it was literally right in front of Rachel's face
when
it was guarding her in that last panel before Yuri came through and said, "All right, stop pushing her in the locker." But yes, I don't think Baam could see it either. I really just want a full confirmation that nobody else could see it but her. But whatever.
It's just a weird thing because like I don't know if it has to do something with like the level of Shinsu or so. I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? Like how is he able to like see? Because he can clearly see it right now. I don't know about the others. Unless like she's making the presence of it known.
I don't know. It's a good question.
You know, or I don't know. Unless Castang knows what's going on.
I couldn't get a good grasp from the chapter, but I know he's aware that it's there. I just like can you literally see it? Are you sensing it? Can you smell it? I don't know. Like what?
I mean, unless he's done some Fujitora stuff where he just senses it through like some with the Shinsu and just that's how he just takes it out. Like that would be pretty crazy. You don't have to see this shit; just feel it.
But the thing is, though, I feel like it always acts on its own. It acts separate from Rachel, even though it comes out when she goes seeking ape or whatever, or when she's in danger. I still think it acts by itself because regardless, she has no idea what it's doing. She still doesn't know that if he can the damn Fitbit. So
she can't see it either, right?
No, she saw it. Yeah, remember when she
literally in her palm.
Yeah, when she was like chilling in bed and she pulled out the blanket and shit. It was right next to
Yep. That boy about to have some nice,
delicious Stingray.
They can come back like the fucking bee.
He eats it and it just poisons him.
remember, he be doing the cooking, cleaning sometimes. You gonna chop it up. Yeah. Get on this shokugeki.
Calling Sanji
Let's go.
Yo, give me a chapter. I want it.
Let's get it.
Yeah, but the thing that scares me though, it's like in the blog when I was reading it, right? And like the last like thing he says, like Hansung's fate will be determined next week. So it's like we're gonna, I guess, like instead of like letting it prolong itself, we're going to get the result like literally as early as next week. So,
actually don't mind that. I prefer that.
I honestly do. Yeah.
I would be upset though if I don't get a proper showcase of what he can do before he's done. If he's done for real, which I don't think. Is gonna happen. Like I need that showcase. Like the data flow shit does not count.
Yeah.
I don't want that level 2 shit from way back. I want I want max 9999 disguise. Reclass and then re-leveled back to 9999.
I'm just saying, you finish the item world 1 billion times, get those max stats.
Grind up.
Yo, you
incarnate?
Avoid dark? Done. One shot. Let's get it.
1 trillion damage.
Yo, those are the kind of numbers we're trying to put up, my guy. That's what you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to go with a bang if it's gonna happen, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, dude.
It don't know, because you guys are right. Like, yo, this guy has all the info. Like, stop.
Yes, right. Good God, just give us some more information. Like you're the
throw your brain in a tube or something.
And you at this point, like you're the only one that he's kind of talked to that we know of, right? Like, give us information. Stop holding it down.
Some people, someone said Rachel can't see it. Lazy said Rachel can't see it. I don't remember if she could see it or not. I feel like she knows something there.
Yeah. Because I remember I was after the conversation with Yurik and stuff when like she's chilling in the bed and everything. Like she's seen pulling out the blanket and it's right there in her hands. And Gastang was talking to Hidan about it. Like whatever she does with this power, it's up to them.
That's what I see.
And that's what has me interested too, because we're also forgetting too, because Gastang had a conversation with Hidan. So like because remember too, like Hidan is like he's searching also for Enryu. So like I don't know, man. We're like the fact that we're seeing Hansung right now, we could potentially see like other like high-ranking members of the series popping up. Like that, I would not surprise me. Season 2's ends, like Hidan meeting up with Enryu. He's like, I finally found you, and this fucker's like chilling like above 135 and up.
He just gracefully floating.
Yeah,
Crimson Shinsu everywhere.
But that makes me curious. Could Hidan only go from 1 to 134, or he can literally go as the tip of the top of the tower?
We have no idea. The only thing that we know is that he's the only person at Tower who could teleport. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, so if he's the only person who could teleport, he still can't find Enryu's. Like,
That's fucked
or
up.
he not in the fucking tower. It's either he not in the tower or he's someplace where he can't go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where would he not be able to go?
The outside.
You're gonna hate Rachel. The notification. Now she was.
Oh, I saw that from Ray's, bro. What the fuck?
Oh my god. You know I gotta keep that subscription on. I need to know everything.
Yep.
There's no other choice.
Yeah. At the end of season 3, do you think we'll get one of those like epilogues that we got with the Rachel stuff where it kind of goes back and then it shows something significant that maybe we have missed or skipped over at the time, depending on like the cliffhanger we get? 'Cause you know how with Baam, it went back to like how Rachel's on the first floor when he was doing that ball test and then she was actually there and stuff. You think we'll get that again?
It's possible, yeah. I definitely say that.
Because
I
if
like,
he did one epilogue, there's no reason for him to not do like.
Yeah.
because I feel like he's going to admit something like relatively important when he ends it, and then he's going to do what he did again with like the Rachel stuff.
But I'm thinking like, which character do you think will get that focus? Because I feel like
I'm thinking Wagner maybe.
yeah, because I'm feeling like because he knows so
Karaka.
many secrets or whatever, maybe something he knows is gonna kind of like shape up whatever's gonna go down in season 3 possibly.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's crazy, yeah. Because I mean, like the prologue for season 1's end was pretty good, definitely. But like now, because I feel like there's been so much set up in the story now, and so much has already went down. Like it's just gonna like it's like I think every season's end is gonna have extra fire added on to the next plate that we're gonna be getting in the next season.
Yep. Yo, Karaka's time will come soon, Psycho. It'll come soon, man.
I need Wagner to come back already, man. Like, look, I love this stuff that's going on, but yo, first Rachel needs to get the fucking ring back in Bam's hand. Bam, go give the ring back to Wagner, and then let me find out the story, bro.
Yep.
I mean, for all we know, Karaka might have tried to do a thing, already, and then he had to be stopped by Soul Calibur.
Oh, you'll be some madness, bro. Wagner comes out covered in blood, like.
Oh my god!
If that happens,
If Karaka dead, bro, like that would be
hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Oh, he comes back with the fucking mask in his hand and shit.
He's just holding on to his head,
Oh
yo.
my god! And he has like a different look, bro. And then it's like flashback, and we see what happens.
No,
okay.
Like that's all hypotheticals, man. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I wouldn't mind honestly.
I think it'd be wild if that did happen, but
Yeah.
I think at this stage we all know that like he's planning to unveil Karaka's face too, so we'll know what Karaka's like.
Mhm.
It's gonna be a girl.
I'm just curious, like how is it possible that you have this ability that basically allows you to just reincarnate? Like you're never dying.
That man has 99 lives.
That's what I mean.
because he's a damn clone. That's why. It's not his ability. It's his freaking
Wait, they just
hereditary to
shuffle.
freaking Jahad. That's why.
Mm.
Because Wayne can't die neither. Keep telling yo Metal Gear when reveals that it's Metal Gear gimmick, I won't shut up. I ain't gonna shut up for all 2 hours. Hour that we going.
I told y'all niggas.
They're both immortal. Jahad's immortal. They come, it's Wayne looks exactly like listen. Proof is in the pudding. Don't play with me, man.
The Fitbit out.
What the fuck they gonna do?
I
I don't know, bro.
What
There's
it's
a weakness.
don't know, but
New
it's
style
out
coming in, yo.
I don't know what to do, but it is out here. And it's relevant. Oh my goodness.
I don't know my damn heart rate.
Yeah, Bam's gonna put it on, but yo, I got that thing on me.
What does it do? Don't worry what it does. It's out. You just gotta wear it, yo. But yeah, I mean, I need a good Karaka showcase because I've been standing him pretty hard, so I can't let it go down like this.
Yeah, bro. Hey, listen, if Wagner does him in, listen, yo, it's Wagner season until season 3.
Hey, I'm deleting that video. That Karaka video. I'm deleting
Wow.
Is he mid? No, is he mid? Upload a new one? Yeah, he mid.
I'm gonna just put it on private. What are you guys talking about? I guess I see it here. I don't know. Maybe YouTube be messing up the algorithm. I don't know.
They got a copyright strike. I don't know, man.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, like that season. I can't wait.
Oh man, I've been fiending for it, bro.
Yeah, I just need that nugget, that reveal, whatever it is. Just drop it, and I know.
Yeah,
He's been having some good growth. That's what I'm saying. Like if it wasn't Bam that was given it to, it would be Wang Nan for most character growth.
Yo,
Yeah.
hat to the back like I'm Ash. Hey,
I'm just saying he's been effective. You know, he used those
Yeah.
Pokeballs to full effect.
But you know what also got me too? Because I'm thinking, because Boro and Sachi, remember they were talking about how they got to relay the information to Bam. What happened to Arcraptor and Prince, right?
yeah,
And I'm thinking, like, yo, is he gonna find, like, if he finds all this, that, like, I think it's already, he's at the point ready where it's like we got to fight it out. But would that sway him to killing her because like more people that it shouldn't have been dead because of that, because of what she did and stuff? Is that gonna factor in from me kicking your ass to now I'm going to kill you? Like, do you
Most
think
definitely.
that's sense? You know, like,
Because Kun is because breaking K-Fob again. Kun isn't dead. However,
Yeah, he's
Argraf
good.
and Prince are 100% dead. There's no coming back. Period. There's no. They are done, finished, finito, gone, out of here.
Yeah.
Once he learns that people that he's actually grown a bond with, people that he's actually formed a team with, people that he's actually climbed the tower with, are now dead because of her, it's going to be a completely different feel again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, even then too, I'm thinking, like, let's say, like, because Wagner wants to kill her as well for what happened. So, like, say he gets out of the situation in Karaka and he sees her right there and then, I think Wagnon's jumping right in to kill her.
yep.
You know?
And then, yo, a good question was asked by Jebby. He's like, yo, what about Arcraptor's daughter? You think they're gonna go look for her and try to find her? Something?
Well, I think the fact that they brought up the earring kind of tells me that, like, you know, there is going to be something that's going to go back to her. Because, like, we know for a fact that that girl's connected to the 10 great families, like, whatever side that he ended up with or whatever, right, during the marriage. So I think we're going to end up going back to them and find out the significance of the ring and stuff. Like,
Yeah, we already covered this in a few episodes before, but she's most definitely going to be relevant,
mhm.
especially if she's from one of the 10 great families or whatever, or just has a little piece of blood in her or whatever, anything like that. She's most definitely coming. Ain't no, no, she's coming.
Yeah, especially if, like, let's say a character does die and stuff, but they have an offspring that's left over. Most of the time, that offspring ends up coming with them for, like, the adventure or, like, have a role to play in the story.
That's fair.
I don't think Sui believes or follows the whole JP storytelling trope where there's a character that's very important, knows a lot of stuff, they kill him off early and then tell everything through flashbacks and shit like that. Nah.
Yeah, it's just the offspring's role after that.
Hopefully not. Yeah, his style of storytelling is not like that. It's different.
Yeah, I mean, it can be like that with Han Sung. If Han Sung dead, who the fuck is rolling around with that info?
Yo, Sage, I miss Hatsu too. I like him a lot. He's dope.
Yeah, I need him coming back. Ship.
Because I swear to God, with Hatsu, like he actually ignited his weapon, and then they completely just cut that. Like they stopped talking about that.
I don't think they said it was
Moved on.
ignited. Wait, did he ignite it? I don't think he said, like, when he did the attack, is like, this isn't an ignition weapon, but he hasn't ignited it yet.
I can't remember, but like I know that he did something crazy, and I'm just like, what
The
is
flames.
this? What
and
is
shit,
this?
right?
Yeah.
The flames, yeah.
Yo, Hemmings,
Yeah,
bring it up.
Sick. Like, what's going on?
Bring it up.
Natural. That shit that was natural to him. He said, if I ignite it, I can't control it. And I'm like, if I like, that's what scares you, bro. Because again, like, if he's grown since that, then, like, in terms of control and shit, definitely. Like, oh my god. And then fucking L with the fucking pillow, bro, gonna be waxing people. Like, I can't wait.
Yes,
Bring him
man.
back. That's my son. Like, God.
Yeah. And then what was the other girl? The B girl.
Ain't nobody care
Remember?
about ass.
We don't care about we don't what?
I don't care about
Bug
that.
types? Come on.
Uh,
I honestly don't give a flying fuck about her. I'm kidding.
I forgot she was canon, bro. I thought she was like a like a
I
character.
forgot she was canon, bro. Come on, no, don't diss her like that. Jeez,
Oh,
she held it down a little bit here and there.
I love how it just like simmered down. Like, hey, she helped. Like,
She know one.
Because
She know one.
like
Two.
she has that power up, right, where she like grows, but
yeah.
then she kind of didn't really do all that much with it, so we still don't know what she can really do. So it's hard for me to like completely defend her.
You know how you're a mid character, bro? When you go to the image gallery on the wiki and it's the regular picture that's up instead of like.
But now you're pictures. Yeah, damn. That's rough.
There's so many fire people from the season 1 cast, and out of all the new people that Ship could have recruited, he recruited a fucking bee. Come on. He went to the garden and caught a bee. Like, nah, man, that's not it.
Bro, he had the jellyfish net. He was trying to catch a jellyfish.
Y'all are the worst, yeah.
Hey, Ship my dude, but I don't know, bro. Give him a Pokeball.
Like a Pokemon turning on that
That's the
damn
next
tracksuit on.
trajectory. That's his next trajectory for his power ups.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like,
I
oh
wanna-
shit, you use those Pokeballs. Let me use those too.
Yeah. I was gonna mention this because I don't know if you guys saw from the blog, but the blog image that they had, it had actually Lero and Quant with like Yuhan Sung.
oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's like they're saying like death, that swine has to be punished by death. And then Lero's just like nodding his head like yes. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, I'll be the executioner, yeah.
Oh wow.
Like,
Man, chill on, my boy. Let my man drink coffee in peace.
yeah.
All you wanna do is just drink his coffee and freaking collect shit, man. Leave him alone.
You're not hurting nobody. He's doing his thing.
His gender and drink his coffee. Damn.
Do I think Van Kel is Jinsung tier or weaker? I don't like betting against Jinsung. Do we have a rank for it? We don't know.
He stated to be in the top 100, no specific number.
Okay.
Like it's him and Manshani that are the exact like top 100.
Okay.
Which kind of bugs me because it's like you figure like you would at least tell us what their number is.
A specific number at least.
Yeah, like Hansung's bugs me the most because he's within the top 500 to top 1,000. Like there's no cutoff. He's around that range. I'm like, give me a fucking number, bro. Like 3 letters. Like come on, like you know.
Because I know Van Kel is 60, so he has to be around there if he's going to compete with him.
He's ranked
yeah,
60.
for sure. Yeah, that's fucked up too, man. Like
Yeah. But I don't know about Jinsung. I don't know. But yeah. Oh my lord, this chapter was great though.
it was.
So much fire.
How did you guys feel about like even though it wasn't like a full display or full fight? How do you guys feel about the fight between Masheni and Jinsung? Because I saw some people kind of say they were disappointed a little bit.
Nah, because it's like you look at it, it's like it's a contained fight. Realistically, like they really weren't like because if they really were going out, do you think that floor is still there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, really, if Bastion was really trying and Jinsung especially like took the shirt off or something during the fight, then like that whole place is gone. Like the suburbans are gone, man. Like,
it wasn't a fucking fight, so it's like, what are y'all disappointed for? It's not a fight to begin with. So,
yeah,
as freaking Vince said, he's a here in spirit. All she was doing was freaking flirting. She wasn't fighting.
But this is what I mean. That's what I highlighted before, right? That she didn't pop a lightning pill. She's still not using the yellow May. So really, she's not fighting him at like even the way that you would normally fight somebody, right? Because like I said, like her main role is fisherman. She's fighting like a spear bearer right now. So she's not even actually taking this serious. She just
I still thought it was great.
yeah.
Everyone says
Definitely good.
Especially the way they hyped it up too, because it's like what Jinsung was saying. If a ranker take this attack, they're being like destroyed. They're dead. So like it says something right here with the high rankers where like they're on a whole different level than just some guy who just became a ranker.
Yeah, exactly. So it was the entire confrontation was fire. Period. Like there's no excuse. That's not only that, but that's the very first time we got a glimpse of Jinsung's actual power, not through stories, not through the wiki, through actual evidence right in front of our eyes. So it's like, what is there to be freaking disappointed about? It was God tier.
they're like, well, I can't remember. I saw a couple like on my TL. They're like, oh, I wish they wasn't really fighting or something. I'm like, he wasn't. There's always those people. You know how it is.
And not only that, but none of it was off screen. It was all on screen. So it's like, what do you want? Go away. Damn.
That's a what do you want? Go away.
There's always that those people, no matter what you do, they're not satisfied.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think Aguero would be a hybrid of a spear bearer and lighthouse.
Yeah, like I feel like the second like in the data world where he was like kind of like learning like how to use like his own power that he really originally had, I feel like he's gonna have that mix afterwards. But I feel like that could be the transition to him either deciding he wants to be his own person using light bearer, or he's gonna tie into his family traits and start utilizing the spear.
Yeah, I think he should just do a little bit both.
Yeah, I mean it's good to always be proficient in both sides because you never know when it could be needed in battle. Say if you're missing one or the other,
because one comes easy to him because it's his family thing. So
yeah,
let him think.
I mean, I don't know. He was on his freaking Tono Shiki gimmick, his fucking Ryoki gimmick with that knife earlier, back in the earlier days. So, but let me stop. Now that's actually a very good point for more of his development. We was talking earlier about who got the best development. Kun is a strong second, especially with the whole spear bearer thing, because again, it's not like he just learned that. He always knew it. He just purposely refused to because of his father. That's how badly he hated his father so much that he refused his own inerrant ability because he don't like his dad at all. And he learned something else from scratch. So that really will be a battle within himself. Does he want to use his father's ability? He wants to use his own ability. Would we like to see both? Of fucking course. But I wouldn't mind if he stayed 100% light bearer.
Can I use the what? The lightning bug. You mean the pill?
Oh, yeah.
What's it called? Redan?
Radon. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I just call it pill.
Yeah, it's a Molly.
The Molly, popping Mollies.
It's a perks.
I tell you, we get to Edahan, bro. He's gonna have a cabinet full of Mollies.
Oh my goodness! All right. Anything else you got to say about the chapter?
It was fire, but I feel like again more. So, I mean, I feel this is the last bit of setup we're gonna be getting before like execution finally going down.
Yeah.
It's like there's no more stalling that so he could do. At least, well, from what our standpoint, there's no more stalling he could do. So next chapter, it better be Baam setting her up for the Gonzo. Like period. Like he stalled this entire chapter just so we couldn't see that Gonzo bomb. Every single panel was like they still talk like, nah, we want to see the Gonzo bomb now. So it's like no more freaking, and not only that, but Machete finally revealed what she actually there for with Jinsung. So not that much to cut to back there, but he might have an excuse with the Hansung Yu stuff. So, but you never know. I hopefully we get that fucking Gonzo bomb next chapter. I'm sick and tired of this shit, man.
Dude, I'm just scared that he's gonna turn it around and make it a whole talk thing again. Oh lord, if he does that, I'm actually just gonna be sick.
You think we get some Andorsi versus Hao-Quinn?
Actually, when it comes to stalling, I think that could be one of the things. That the Wangnan Karaka thing.
She better beat his ass.
They're out there.
Yeah, and you got some making up to do.
And we're definitely finishing up with Hansung Yu is what he said, right? So I'm assuming that as well. I think that's already a lot. Like you're covering 3 different like perspectives. And so I would imagine that like right at the end. Point. Yeah. So I would imagine right at the end is when he kind of like returns to the whole Baam for like doing something against Rachel.
Oh my god, man! I'm so sick and tired. This mess. I mean, it's like I want to see the fucking Holy Demon Army wash Hwa-Ryun. Of course I do, but I want to see Rachel take the Gonzo bomb first. I know everybody in the freaking chat like, yo, what the fuck is he talking about? But if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I want to see Rachel's neck get broken. Simple as that, man. I don't see nothing else. Damn it!
You've been waiting way too long for this shit. Just do it, bro. Hit it with that wrestling move. Is over.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm waiting for Kawada and Tawe to just fucking chokeslam powerbomb shit, man.
As I said,
Kaneko Buster. I don't care what it is.
Buster. They get like a camel clutch, and just rip his fucking torso off, man. Like,
not only if freaking Hogan has somebody else with him, because then they could have did the freaking muscle docking. Like, don't listen, Hogan. Yeah. He ain't got no damn chance.
He by himself, man. Like.
But let me get the Holy Demon Army combo. Let me get the freaking dynamic bomb and choke. Son, don't play with me.
Yeah, oh my god. He not getting up after that.
Yeah.
And if he is, man, we put him in the Hall of Fame.
I
don't want to, but
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say what was I gonna say? So let's say she takes the L. You know, whatever, takes the L. And things don't go well. Like, I agree with Psycho said, like, she's gonna have to go through some type of serious development. Do you think she's the type of character that will just literally stay stagnant and do the same thing through the whole story and just have like more and more stronger people around her to help her climb? Or do you think at some point she's gonna have to take some kind of fucking action into her own hands and do some shit?
I mean, that's what CU said in the blog post too, right? That she's the type to use her environment and not like her own, worth. So given that paradigm, like my expectation is that she does keep doing what she's doing right now. Like if anything, she starts blaming Baam for like all the stuff that's happened. Not that she doesn't already do that, but I mean like more aggressively what she's doing now.
Yeah, because she's always just blaming like others for her own misfortunes. Where it's like you should really honestly be looking at yourself and saying, "What could I do to become better?" Rather than what everyone else could be doing for you. But like, I could see a scenario where she, again, if she survives or not, I think most likely she is going to survive. But if we get a pimp slap, fine. But she's probably going to go back to the drawing board and see, you know, what else I can do, pretty much to kind of like, you know, make my climb a lot better going up the tower. Because we know she has the connection to Fug, but at the same time, you'd think they favored Baam more than her, because of what they're trying to do with Baam currently. So she's really just a puppet for them at the end of the day. It's like now she really has to find a way to kind of make strides and find like her own stable, basically, of people that are willing to go and rock with her up the tower. Which if there are any people like that, then there's some sickos. Like,
yeah, for sure.
They're
Actually,
all looking at you.
Laz, I think that you said it well though. That like she doesn't look at herself; she's looking at everybody else, right?
Yeah.
So if you never look at yourself, how can you ever have any development?
Exactly. And I think that it's just like, I feel like, again, like I don't know if I want to see her have development for all the things that she has done. It's a possibility, but I feel like it's one of those characters where she could eventually go down that route. But at the same time too, I see that once you become something, I don't think it's that easy for you to switch to the other side, especially if this is the true nature of your character. Like the second you start revealing yourself so much of the open, it's very tough to go and try and like, you know, become something that you aren't.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that unless somebody as important like Arlene or somebody she knew from the outside world comes and tells her some shit, if I tells her what everybody else been telling her, she's not changing at all. And like, and on the actual physical prowess thing, she don't even know how to fucking use Shinsu, man. Let's not forget that a lighthouse is an item. It has nothing to do with Shinsu. It's a fucking item. She can't do nothing, man. She can't fight.
She can't bathe.
She can't bathe. She can't change her clothes. She can't use Shinsu. So it's like, what the fuck can she do besides be ugly and annoying?
Yeah, that's true.
This is big facts.
She's actually the worst.
It just every L she takes, you know, through racial hate, the world can unite.
Hey,
They'll be like the little 9% of the weirdos out there, but they're outnumbered. We're good. We're good. But all right, let's predict. Let's do some predictions for the next chapter. Who wants to start? Aside from what we know with this emerged fish.
I want to say we're probably going to cut back to Wagnon because I feel like it would be too long already. Because I feel like the longer and longer we're waiting, then Siu's going to be like, okay, I'll drop a bombshell. So I figure like he probably doesn't want to do that just yet. So maybe we'll go back and see what's going on with Wagnon and Karaka. I don't know. Maybe we see a glimpse of what's going on with Baam and Rachel as well. Like, I don't really see everything being resolved. And again, they said we're going to go back to Hansung regardless, you know, next week. So I guess, you know, someone pulls up. You know, he does something to get out of the situation. Again, he's a high ranker facing one ranker, but unless all those people decide to descend, I think I'd say his chances of surviving are fine, unless those people roll up.
Does Rachel get bitch slapped or no?
Yes.
All right.
I'm just like, he's gonna say one word, and Bam's just gonna roll up and just be like that guy from the Boondocks, bro, with a pimp slap.
Oh my goodness! All right, Alan.
I'm saying that maybe right at the beginning of the chapter he goes like and rehashes all the stuff that just happened leading up to this point, like with regards to like Baam and Rachel. Then maybe we see like Hansung like finish up with Mesjani. Then I'm anticipating like
I mean Jinsung.
Sorry, yeah, Jinsung, my bad. Like I'm anticipating like him to actually like make moves maybe to try to go to the Hell Train, given like what Mesjani has just said to him. With that happening,
You
then
think he like beelined it to the Hell Train?
Yeah, I think so. Because like in my mind, like Jinsung actually cares a lot for Baam, right? To the point that like if he feels that like, oh shit, like that's actually a lot of people, like he could need my help, like he'll go. That's how he is in my mind anyway. I don't know if that's the actual case because we haven't been around this character that long, right? That we can like decisively say that kind of thing. But given that like that's kind of what she's alluding to, and that's where it seems like the trap is being like sprung. That's why I'm saying that's probably what he'll do. But then there's this whole thing with like the submerged fish too. So I think like he needs to finish that up. So that's gonna happen. And then I'm in agreement with Laz on that last point where Wangnan and like Karaka, like I would love to see what's happening with those two.
You think maybe that's a cliffhanger?
With those two like being at the end of the chapter, it depends on what Sia wants to really do with that. Because I feel like I think it's about time we start understanding information, honestly, of whatever the hell their connection is. But without the damn ring, it kind of just creates a problem there where it's like Karaka really doesn't need to say anything unless he has that ring in possession.
Yep,
That's true.
You know? So I see, like, if anything, it'll be a middle of the chapter thing, and they cut back to somebody else, maybe.
Well, I mean, actually, maybe instead of that, maybe it's just Baam actually doing something to Rachel. That would also be a good like end to a chapter. Like I don't even need to see much beyond.
It just ends with her getting rocked.
Last dummied. maybe the manta ray jumps in the way at the last second or something.
When they punch somebody and their cheek ripples like the act from one side to the face.
It's gonna be like the pain fights in the anime with the weird ass animation. Like,
jeez.
All right, Simi.
All right, I gotta keep the gimmick intact. Go stand comment.
Yo, he's dead coming.
Listen, I gotta be ready. I already signed the contract. I gotta say this until he shows up. So he's coming. I don't know where, but he's coming. But now that Alice said everything else that we have in the chapter plus what was said in the blog post, I could see where he could once again stall for time. So I can most definitely see Hansung Yu. Well, the Hansung Yu stuff is happening, as we all said, and it's going to get concluded. Period. The Masheni and Jinsung thing is on its conclusion, if not already. So it's just going to be a little after parts, and then Jinsung is going to take his move. Mm-hmm. We might see the Holy Demon Army versus Hokwin. I hope. I mean, if you want to stall, then let me see that. Let me see Hokwin get washed by the bros. Like, come on. And then finally, hopefully, maybe the very last panel, just give me a punch, a kick, a flick, an elbow, a headbutt, just a shoulder tackle, a spear, something, please.
Yeah, Irish whip.
Irish whip through the damn train. Leave a big asshole through the train, something, please. Oh my god. What else? I don't see Karaka winning at all. I gotta distribute all y'all. If he's pushing back this far, why not another week? Because there's still more stuff. If the Hansung Yu stuff is going to get concluded, definitely next chapter, that's going to take a majority of it. We ain't see no dang figure winning at all. I'm in this damn soul edge. But and I think we might, since we got a break from Endorsia and Hwa Ryun versus Hokwin, we might get it. So I hope. I mean, it's literally happening right next to freaking Rachel and Baam. So it's like, why wouldn't we see it? Just turn the camera a little to the left and you'll see it in the background.
They're right there in the same room.
Yep.
All right.
I don't think I'm not done. I don't think we might see.
Wow.
I said, I think it was last week or the week before that we might see more people from Jahad's army, Jahad's empire period, which we have with that freaking red Gumby thing. But I don't know if he will actually cut to the altars or any of the other places with all the officials chilling and talking about what's going on. We might see another person that's new, but that's probably in the Hansung Yu arc. Everything else, and I think what we already covered what might happen.
What do I think is gonna happen? I should have been thinking about it. Yeah, the Hansung stuff. I guess I feel like I agree with Psycho with Masheni kind of saying why she's here in the first place, or maybe Jinsung asks. I don't know. Then after he's like, I don't have time for this, then beelines into the train. I feel like he's gonna come. He's gonna try to make it on time at least. Yeah, I don't know with the Karaka stuff. I feel like the Karaka Wagner stuff that's gonna be pushed to the end because I feel like it's whatever the reveal is. It's so big. It's just not time. Like everything needs to go down, and then we get that. I want to see White get his ass beat because that outfit is terrible. He's getting fucked up just for wearing that. Like, what are you wearing? Just for that. Like, he's not fresh.
Sent threw him under the bus for his street fashion. That's crazy.
You need hands for that. Wow. And does Baam do it? I believe he does it. Go rock her in the face. Shinshu blast her. I believe. All right. Oh shit! What do you rate the chapter? I give it a 9 for me.
Yeah, it's a 9 for me at least. Yeah.
It's a 8.5 for me.
You already know what I'm going to say. You know who is missing. It can't be a 10. It's as simple as that. So as long as she's not there, it can't be a 10. It gets an 8. Why does it get an 8? The fucking stalling, man. Like you really could feel him stalling just so we can't get that freaking punch, slap, kick, gonzo bomb, elbow. It was irritating. Period. Just irritating. So that dropped it down a point. You know who BMS and dropped it down another point. It's an 8 from me, dog.
All right. Chat saying 9, so clearly I win.
Hey, I said 9 too. What the fuck?
All right, we win. I swear you said 8.5. No, I said that.
I
said
said
it.
All right. But that's about it. Anything else you got to add? Chime in? Theories? Anything? We're good. I can go eat.
I think I'm good still.
Gus Dang coming.
And yeah, flip it out.
Yo, man, shout out to the chat. Everybody who came through. It was lit. Yo, chat be popping now. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thanks everyone for coming through. We'll be back again next week. I actually think I might do another one this week about the about Shinsu and stuff. I don't know, maybe I might just do a video. We'll see how I feel because it was hot. Sometimes it's hot. I'm just tired. I don't want to do anything when I get back home. But we'll see. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Mew Love is the GOAT. Respect him. He's the best character. He is. And Anakja, best girl. Yeah.